welcome to Talking Hogs. There it is. The preeminent talking podcast.
Ooh.
Two brews is simple. I don't remember. It's spooky though, so it's different.
Ooh,
they're gonna battle out
spooky.
scary style to appease my whims, and I've got tricks and treats up my sleeves to roll their hides. Damn, boys, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, Hogfather.
Yes, Hogfather.
May the gods have mercy on your soul.
That was good, dude. It's probably your best ones you've ever done.
I thought so.
Memorization.
You just gotta let go and let God.
That's true, man. Let go and let God.
That's and that's kind of the theme for this week's Spooky Hogtober episode that I wrote. It's dumb. I let Dan know it's another good dumb one.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just kind of rolling with a little cannon. And I just want to read the very top. I wrote this at the very beginning before I wrote anything else and kept it there. I wrote the note to myself, write the sequel to 13 Ghosts, asshole.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that's what I decided to do with my pals.
All right.
Because you
Yes.
need a writer's room.
Oh, man. Yes. Hell yes. I love this goddamn movie so fucking
So what, and I thought, I'm talking to Nikki is like you and your obsession with this fucking movie. We'll get to it.
Great film.
So I wrote it. First of all, it's fun. And I want to make sure that Casey writes it like this in the episode title. Have you seen? So the way they write, because there's an old 13 Ghosts from like the 60s or whatever. 13 Ghosts as we know it with the Shaloobster. That's THIR, the number 1, the number 3.
Yeah, 3 is a T.
Or no, wait, just the 1 in because the E's 1. 13 Ghosts.
Yay!
So I figured I'm going to lead some of it. What I was thinking is like set kind of like modern times, set 20-ish years after the 2001 film around current time. We pan in on a young now father himself, son of Arthur Criticos, Tony Shalhoub, Bobby Criticos from the first movie. He's grown up now, following in his father's footsteps in more ways than one. He's another somewhat naive, I think, though well-meaning down on his luck individual. But he's not in as much financial strife as his dear old dad was, though. I kind of want to take that away. I don't want the same old... So, like, where does this struggle, you think, come from? The still young now father. I looked it up. I think he was, like, 8 or 7-ish in the first film. So we're probably talking, like... He's probably late 20s, I believe it was, 28-ish.
So he has a family?
He does.
We could do the... that maybe his family has become just so... Like, he's been able to do everything that his father wasn't able to. There's none of that financial strife, meaning his kids are spoiled, a little bit jaded by everything, and they live in this cell phone age. It takes something extreme to happen for them to remotely give a shit.
Yeah, I want to second that. If we can, canonically, and maybe too early, but like Bobby Criticos has become... a bit of a renowned plastic surgeon. After his experience, all the gore and wounds in the haunted mansion of the 13 Ghosts originally.
That's the opening scene, by the way, is a montage of him like mutilating faces, and then the credits are coming up.
Yeah, so you think it's scary, but no, it's just procedural.
Yeah, Doctor.
Right. But his wealth and his renown has led his next generation to be a little bit spoiled, a little bit device dependent. Because, there's no generation can't get out of their phones.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all would know. See, this is for you. You boys are helping play the role of Bobby here, both young fathers yourselves.
Yep.
Let's say young.
Addicted to plastic surgery.
God, I love rhinoplasty.
Though, okay, I like that. I do very much enjoy that. There's a reason for what he dealt with. They spin the positive. He's not... Okay, good. So... Of course, he also, unfortunately, lost his wife. Black widows, these Criticos men.
Family curse.
Arthur lost his wife in a house fire. How did Bobby lose his wife?
He just lost her.
Wait, bad?
Oh. One day in the hedge maze.
Every time.
Bobby Criticos took his wife and his, at the time, very young children out on their pleasure cruiser.
Oh, please say, okay, I'm kind of with you already. I had something in my head. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that she got lost at sea.
Accidental drowning.
Yes.
Okay.
Storm came up. Bobby thought of himself, like most
You're already thinking about
do.
10 scenes ahead, aren't you? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I'm right where you're at.
Right, so
Okay.
he thinks himself to be much more of a sailor than he is. He's got Greek blood, like it's in my veins.
Critical!
It's not a problem. So it goes out and takes the family yacht out some Spanakopita Island or whatever, and on the way, a storm comes in out of nowhere, and it takes his wife.
Hell yeah, that's
I just feel like it's the opposite of fire. That's just kind of where I'm at.
Drown.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are going to enjoy the way this goes. How we can see how much hive mind we have in action, days and times apart. So, as luck would have it, it would seem is about to turn. He is informed that I figure make this pretty choppy. I tried to stay true to the original. 13 Ghosts is fun because it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just kind of dumb. So, in similar fashion, I was going with he is informed that he is to inherit property as well. Instead of, we're thinking grander scale. Instead of the house that his father inherited, he's going to inherit a castle in Rome.
Okay.
An old castle. So,
still in the Criticos family line?
well, that's where I see. His father inherited the ghost house previously from Uncle Cyrus in an attempt to unlock the Ocularis Infernum and become all-knowing and all-seeing.
Indeed.
As we all know. So how do we think our good man Bobby comes by this castle? I was I kind of like keeping it. Well, I was thinking we might break from the bloodline even too.
I was thinking the same thing. Instead of, because if I remember, the house came from the Criticos bloodline. Let's take the castle from his dead wife's bloodline. Is that right? Is that canonically correct? Or was it reversed? No, he would have inherited it from his family, not from his wife's family.
Yeah, but that's right. I believe it was Arthur's blood uncle.
Right.
Or yeah. I think Cyrus was.
It's gonna be hard It's gonna be hard to inherit something not from within your family line. The more I think about it.
True. Yeah.
Yes, please, Casey. Go on.
Here's a lead. Let's say there's a few scenes of the kids being assholes to the dad, Bobby, and Bobby's like, fuck this, I gotta go to work. So maybe the next scene could play out where he has, hey, Miss Galapagos, she's back again, and he's kind of like, oh, fuck. And it turns out this is a patient that's come routinely to him for years.
Okay.
Continual work done. She's getting older, and her body is it's this preserved doll-like thing. She's dying.
Okay.
And so she comes and she's like, you have been so good to me all this time. I would love for you and your family to maybe take a vacation away from here and come visit over at the castle. No, I need, it would be nice, maybe she give him a reason to visit her home. This woman obsessed with her own life and attachment to youth. You see what I'm saying?
That's even got kind of a Shining vibe. They could be the caretaker or something like that.
I'm on your vein, so I'm thinking there's a woman, this woman that he's done this constant plastic surgery on, and somewhere even against his own moral code, he feels like it's been pushed too far to where her body is more plastic than flesh.
It's an uncanny valley.
Yes.
The scenes with her are very creepy. What the fuck this is?
Thank you for this.
And after all these years, he's the only plastic surgeon that would continue to work on it. Everyone else has ethically given up, and Bobby's lack of morals and scruples has allowed him to continue to work on this woman to a point to where she's just inhuman in nature. And as she passes, he put off death as long as he could, but she eventually passes. And out of respect, they used to talk about her castle in Rome, and he even thought that she was just full of shit, that she's from old money and she's just losing her mind and saying that. But when she dies, he actually inherits from her this castle in Rome.
There we go.
He was the only plastic surgeon willing to still work on her after all the years of addiction.
Yeah.
This is nice. And I think this is good. It's not oh man, that's so absurd, but it's it's zany enough, it's detailed enough, I think, to be in the spirit of 13 Ghosts again. You're like, okay, plastic surgeon.
Buy the ticket, take the ride.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Arthur, of course, he's got to warn his boy. Don't you remember what happened last time we received something of this nature, my boy? The torment we endured at the hands of your uncle. So how do you respond to that?
Oh, but this is back to our, heritage. This is Rome. This is the Mediterranean. This is where we are from. It's almost birthright at this point, And Bobby would probably deflect and be like, "Oh yeah, you expect me to listen to you the same way you drug us into that godforsaken glass house?
Yeah,
you're the role model. You're one to talk." That's basically the angle I think he would take.
Look, I think me and the kids, we got to do something different.
Got to get them out.
This is ever since
Take them back to their roots.
Ever since my wife died, it's just screens all the time. It's like I don't even know who they are.
Mm-hmm. Chance to reconnect,
and maybe doing something like this and to give them a life that maybe would never be allowed to us, even with my $1 million salary as a plastic surgeon. Maybe this is the clean break that we need. And I love you, Dad, and I know this is weird, but like I need to do this for them.
Yeah. See, I like, okay, and there was even like a moment of deja vu there. I feel like I could almost hear like you're leading into that and him telling the story of how like, okay, we are bringing the kids. So like but this time will be different. He stresses, I'll be able to protect my children, like kind of cut at the dad. Yeah. So what's, I'm going to say he's also got similar, like he's got a young daughter named...
Evelyn.
Sure, Evelyn. Let's do classics.
Sure, right, because what was Shannon Elizabeth's name in 13 Ghosts?
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Beautiful lady.
So what was the daughter's name? I missed it. Evelyn. Okay, I like that.
The movie was Cleavage, wasn't it?
Yeah, Titty Jenkins.
Yeah.
And this time, being as young as he is, I want to go with, we're talking like a young girl here, Bobby being in his like late 20s, 28-ish, I believe it was. She's going to be, I think, hanging around probably what Bobby was in the first film, you're 5 to 7. Yeah. And then we've got a baby in the mix this time, a baby boy. And I think it has to start with a D because we have Arthur, Bobby, Cyrus. The Criticos men seem to have a alphabetical flow to them.
I'm not saying that doesn't track.
Okay.
I just feel like, hear me out, we just go that normal trope. We name the baby Cyrus, right? He would name it after the Uncle Cyrus, the man who trapped him in the 13 Ghost house, one of the most traumatic and formative moments of his life. In the same way that we name Han Solo's kid Ben, in the same way that, or we name the kid Anakin and shit. Like, I mean, does it not have to? I mean, if we want to go with D, we'll go with Demopopolos.
I don't know. What do you think?
With it.
I mean, I see where Daniel's coming from, but I think we've got to. I don't know if we need to.
This is why we got the writers' room. We got to get this on 20th Century's desk.
Let's do
Dimitri.
I don't even know if that's who published that or distributed that.
I like the idea of little baby David. Or Daniel, little baby Daniel Criticos.
Take it. Daniel Criticos will work. I'll take it. I like it. It's got a good ring to it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let's go, Daniel.
Is good.
Daniel Criticos makes sense. Yeah. Little baby D.
So now that we've kind of gotten an established beginning here, who do we think could play the main character, adult Bobby, in this movie? Who do you kind of have?
Colin Farrell.
In your mind?
Penguin-sized Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Definitely Greek. Tony Shalhoub is my dad.
God, what's his name? He makes all the horror films, The Bear Jew and Inglourious Bastards.
Shit. I know what you're talking about. Damn it, man.
Fucking...
God, I just want to say Robert Rodriguez. No, it's not him, but... yeah, he's got that, like, Power Hour show, or what the hell
I don't know, man. Here's what I see. I see a strong, prominent male lead leading around one young child and a baby, attempting to keep them safe from dangers. We need to go with Mandalorian guy. What's his name?
Pedro Pascal.
Listen, that's what he does. He's Hollywood's babysitter.
They reached a tentative agreement in the writer's strike. We're good. When they're all settled up. What do you think? I mean, Pedro Pascal can never be bad. Did you find the dude's name?
Eli Roth.
I like both of those.
I think Eli Roth's the right answer.
Okay.
I'm just thinking
if you want a Greek, you got to get an Italian.
They look like Greeks on movie screens, you see. It's that magic.
You got to tape a bunch of cats.
It's that movie magic.
All right, let's not waste too much time and get to this castle, the very hotbed of Latin culture, Greece. So I got it. The castle located on the smallest Ionian island west of Greece, Meganices, smallest controlled municipality. The island of Scorpios.
Okay.
Yes, dude.
Named for its scorpion shape, and of course also for what other reason?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Get over here. That's their vacation phrase. Get over here.
Yes, that's perfect. It's all over the paper. Get over here. We're having a good time.
Oh, that's fucking great. All right, 217 acres, less than 2 miles. This is legit, like with an official listed inhabitants of possibly 5.
Nice.
Truly have some solitude here.
I love this.
So we met initially when we came upon the house before, you'll remember the fake Lillard, Dennis Rafkin, posing as an electrician previously upon reaching the ghost. So like, who do we have meeting and greeting us here?
Matthew Lillard, a goddamn Gannon. I know he died in the first one, and I don't give a shit.
Do you think it's like legit Dennis Rafkin again, or another Lillard character?
Okay, Dennis Rafkin died. Right? He died in that movie. He died at the very end.
Yeah, he got the shit kicked out.
He
of him.
really got
like he
fucked
literally
up
just got beaten to death.
by that
You
John
got a
Henry
bunch of
ghost.
fucking hates and ghosts and scary shit, and he just gets beaten to death.
Sparks shooting out of everywhere. Didn't that John Henry ghost get him real good?
Yeah, the Henry Ghost and that kid with the baseball bat.
Oh yeah.
What about Fat Baby Man? Where's he at in all this?
God damn.
What's Paul Giamatti up to?
Hey, I love Paul Giamatti.
Oh,
Let's just Greek the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah.
But with
Rip
more
it.
Italians.
Just more Italian. Greeks don't look Greek on film. You got to get that.
You gotta get that. I'm trying to think of a more current actor that could kind of pass as a, like, when you look at him, like, oh, that definitely reminds me of Matthew Lillard.
Pete.
You're talking about Matthew Dillon. Isn't that his name? I can't remember.
The one who's in There's Something About Mary.
Who's
Yeah.
the ugly and funny guy that fucks all the celebrities?
Oh,
Pete
Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Get Pete Davidson.
I like
He's in
Paul
fucking
Giamatti.
everything. Nobody likes it. Put
You
him
put
in it.
Pete Davidson in there. Yeah, I think he would fit well
He
in a
fits
new
the Lillard-esque
13
character, and he's irritating the same way Lillard was in that movie. Like, he's going to get on your nerves. He's supposed to get on your nerves.
I can buy it. He's gonna die. You know, roll
Yeah,
with
he's
it?
going to die.
Fuck him.
Pete, what's Pete Davidson's name? We had Dennis Rafkin.
Can he have an alias and actually be the son of Dennis Rafkin, or like the illegitimate love child of Dennis Rafkin? But I like these familiar connections. I might be ham-fisting them in too hard.
Call him like Denny Raffers or something stupid.
Yeah, Denny R.
I'm trying to do a Greek name, so let's do Giannis de Stephanopoulos.
Ronnie Spanakopoulos.
Oh, yeah. Ronnie Spanakopoulos.
Ronnie Grikopopoulos.
What about Johnny Acropolis, dude?
I'm sorry, all our Greek listeners, which is just me.
Tony Pantheon.
All right.
That's
So
Jimmy Zeus.
we got our guy. We also have a priest in the midst.
That's Paul Giamatti.
Gotta have a good priest to bless this
yeah.
Latin castle. Paul Giamatti, you're back in the mix, my boy. He is, of course, priest.
I was going to say Father Cristobal.
Father Tedziki.
Ted Zeke.
Ted Zeke! Give me a 5, bitch!
Ted.
Father Ted.
Father Ted.
So, all right, we got them. They're in the party. Well, let's get up in these castles' guts and see what we see. So, what do you think the first thing is you want to see in a castle? Kind of personal. Where are you the most eager to go, you think? Because that's probably how we're going to play this. These are real people.
I mean, we're just going to go. We're going straight in.
Yeah.
I need to see the grand staircase.
the
Dude.
castle.
Yeah.
You know, the Father Ted Zeke does. What? And then
I'm thinking like a throne room, like the main chambers, like where all the cool fucking medieval shit took place.
Yeah. Give me. I want to see the grand entrance because like anytime there's a castle in movies, it's always at first. Like,
Yeah, the gate
and
opening.
you see that. Also, the dining room.
Oh yeah, the dining room is to die for. Yeah, I like all the little ingots and trinkets and platters and the high-rise padded seatery and
Molded fruit.
Yes, it's delicious.
Everybody's looking at me.
Oh, where you were going to the dungeon?
Yeah, dungeon sounds good.
The dungeon is someplace I definitely want to see. I want to see how heinous they got how dirty the place is, were there a lot of brutalities here? Was it kind of just for show?
Does this castle have the same kind of because the house in 13 Ghosts is not just a house. It's like a moving glass puzzle box.
Right.
Hellraiser style. In my head, I was thinking because the lady that owned it was so obsessed with plastic surgery that it's kind of like the Winchester Manor in California, where it's like she was just constantly doing work on it. So it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different castle pieces and different castle styles. Like she was constantly doing work on herself, so she was constantly doing work on this house.
I like that. It's like a Frankenstein house with a patchwork.
See, now, of course, I'm getting that same thing, but I was going to see where we went later on, because I was thinking like maybe the young boy's in the study, and he's looking at everything, and he knocks himself into like a globe, and the globe spins, and it locks in place, and then the castle starts to change, and that's where whatever we're going to encounter, the evidence would begin to appear.
Would this be, you think, the young girl, or are there baby hijinks? Does somehow the baby cause...
Oh, baby! Baby!
The way Bobby did before.
Fucking Rugrat style, dude.
It's crib next to the globe.
We'll say, okay, so Evelyn, in like a pissed off, I didn't even want to come here, Dad! She storms off, and then she likes books.
There's no cell service. There's no 5G. There's no internet.
Not on Scorpios. Hell no.
And then, so Bobby's like, look, do what I used to do. Go to the study, get a book, do something.
Oh, yeah. And would have been, I may be jumping too far ahead, but what if they were watching a YouTube streamer doing an informative video on Scorpio's Island, on the castle itself, and as it's about to get to an important part, make sure if you're ever on Scorpio's Island dealing with fuck shit manner, make sure you don't.
Of course, there's a long-standing sense of ancient evil. The spinny circle comes out.
That was the last of what my YouTube had preloaded from the flight in.
Yep. Oh, they had internet on the flight. Private jet.
Oh, yeah. So, we got the, was it the globe spin? You think the baby does it? And, knock it with his bottle?
It'll have to be the daughter storming off.
Okay. Yeah, she storms off.
That.
Goes to find a lot.
Because the baby's probably crying and she's bitching about that.
They're all
like, God damn, can you just fucking go? And they leave on bad terms right there.
Mm-hmm. And the dad's hands are full. He's taking care of the baby.
Do you think I give a fuck about you two?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, well, is your mother gone?
I watch Mr. Beast.
I heard she died somewhere out
here. He built a giant Coca-Cola bottle to throw Mentos in.
He's so cool.
Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier. You had already hit she died at, what was it, plane crash or something, drowned out,
she drowned.
They were in sounded like you were going towards Greece already. That wasn't a nut. That was a good.
That was a good shot. Welcome south, y'all.
The nut of guns.
All right, so she storms off, brushes the globe.
Yeah, maybe she's looking, and maybe she sees some books that are kind of like necromancy for beginners. What? And she's kind of a little confused, but what's going on? It's 90% normal and 10% this is a little strange. Yeah. And then that's whenever she kind of stumbles over a fucking bearskin rug and elbows the fucking
music box, maybe a jewelry box.
This is a jump scare scene.
Something where she turns a key or hits a motor mechanism, and it just kind of sets a whole room alive, and all these pieces start pulling together. And
I want to create a little something we know the house is active behind the scenes, but they're not immediately privy to it out here.
Right.
Dealing with the crying baby. You've got Pete Davidson winging his head around.
Oh, cool.
Lillard style. Father Ted Zeke's just constantly praying. All right, let's head to a couple of different rooms here. So we're checking some stuff out. Girl stormed off. It's we might as well make ourselves at home. Let's check some stuff out. So where do you think... Say your party. Let's split it up. Where would be the one? I asked you, the ones you want to see the most. Which one are you heading to?
Am I picking characters and then putting them in a scenario? It's all acorns, brother.
So many acorns.
just throwing money down range.
It would definitely be Father Ted on his own. Because they're taking care of the baby. Evelyn's ran off in a huff. Hey, I'll just keep going around the house and checking everything out for y'all. Just do whatever you gotta do. And he winds up down just a really long corridor. Okay, so that's where he's at. Do I keep going?
No, just wherever you want him to end up. That's fine.
Yeah, Father Ted to the corridors.
And what about you?
What did Bobby do to activate the house on the first one, or did it activate when they unlocked it and opened the house? I feel like it started the second they opened the door on the house. things. Did Bobby accidentally activate it?
There was
last one?
something they like kicked, like a door they shut or some shit.
I would think that Bobby being in this situation before, and even though his dad warned him, and even though he brushed it off, like he's immediately like, okay, I gotta make sure it's in some sort of living house filled with the spirits of 13 dead ghosts that are gonna beat my ass to fucking death.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing he's doing is going to the master bedroom looking for some porn somebody might have left.
Yeah.
Take his mind off all this evil house business.
So, you get to both. It's a little foreboding. I mean, it's a castle, but you're not finding even Bobby looking. He's not finding really anything out of place. But once Bobby Jr., once Daniel. Evelyn triggers the part in the house, there's where he's like, there's something on the walls. Shit. It's engravings, isn't it? They're Latin, aren't they? It's Latin again. I remember this.
God damn, they got me twice.
But maybe a lot of old world castles built in that era have that.
Have magic runes carved into the walls.
Latin on the walls.
I mean, it's Roman. Why would it be Latin?
Maybe it just says live, laugh, love.
It does.
So let's check on maybe another room. He's not totally convinced yet. Bobby's kind of looking into things now. He's like, all right. Anything of note here? Where else can he go check?
All that spanking in the bedroom made him hungry. So now he's heading down to the old Roman castle kitchen. See if we can rustle him up with some grub. Some olives, some hummus.
Very stereotypical food.
Some falafel.
From a little fat on there.
Bunch of grape leaves.
Maybe find a gyro in there.
I love them
Just up.
Yeah, no, there's a whole lamb just roasting on the face. Like, no one's going to eat this lamb.
Still alive.
Some mint jelly.
Father Ted, we'll say as the transfiguration begins, he's not really paying attention to anything around him, but when he turns back around, the hallway's closed off. So he's like, the fuck? He looks, it's closed off on one side, he turns back around, it's closed off on the other. So he's trapped in this corridor.
All right. And about this time, he checked the walls again, more Latin. Kind of glowing. Our partner from the beginning pipes up. Was the Pete Davidson, Ron John Spanakropolis? He's surprise! I'm not that thing you thought I was. I don't know if we even established what I was, but I'm not that.
He's an ancient Roman plumber.
There you go. Not an ancient Roman plumber. Damn. Who could have guessed? So Bobby's sort of over the nose, and he's like, yeah, I kind of guess. But I'm sort of prepared this time. What, it's haunted? It's not my first haunted joint. What are we dealing with? Well, let's find out after a game.
Yeah!
It's called Guess That Ghost. This is pretty straightforward. I just wanted to see if you can guess, and maybe I'll add like some charade-ish or hint things along the way. Guess the original 13 Ghosts, like what their titles were from the first movie. All members of, the Black Zodiac.
Because we read the liner book in the DVD, didn't we, Casey?
Yeah, I love the dumbass names and the characters they portrayed. Like the way they like crammed it in. Like Arthur was looking for this specific mold and he chose this. Like, yeah, okay.
Fatty McFat.
Tubby crying baby man.
Tubby McBeans.
Tubby Baby Man's basically. I'm just going to give you that. That's the second part of and the Great Child.
Yeah, the Mother of the Great Child.
That's 1 of 13.
Oh, you're trying to fill them all in?
Yeah, just guess them. And I can give you hints if you wanted some.
There was...
Think about royalty.
The Jackal?
The Jackal was definitely one. That was
That's the crazy one.
Yeah, the most dangerous one with the broken apart cage.
Cage face.
Helmet. Yeah.
DJ Cage face.
Lady Plastic Tits, she was not a princess, but she... Was that it?
Oh, yeah, the Angry Princess. Didn't realize what she had. Killed herself.
The Horny Dog.
The Sausage McMuffin.
Granny. Mean Mommy.
There was the Prince.
Okay, I'm going to give you both of those. There was the Dire Mother that went with the Great Child, and then there was the Torn Prince. I think he was the one with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm a 50s guy.
He had the arrow.
I'm a barista.
He got killed because his friend had the arrow. What was the steel driving man?
Is he the tormentor?
He's named after a tool that he used.
The jackhammer?
Well, it's the hammer.
The hammer.
The hammer is the, and there's another one. There's a X-Men villain.
Cyclops. Magneto. Sentinel.
A brother.
Havoc?
Big old helmet. Non-stop.
Oh, the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Juggernaut. Oh,
Jugs got you.
Juggernaut. Well, we got the. What about the part like Arthur played? He was sad, forlorn. He was.
The widower.
You suffer from this.
The heart attack man.
Oh,
Yes. The heart attack man. The broken heart.
There was the young wife or the dying, the bride, the
slut,
the lost bride, the burn victim.
That was it. Yeah, and that was his wife that he lost. His last name of the character I created in yours, close to that, if you remember from your episode earlier. But she's betrothed. Someone you're in this with them.
Engaged.
The married woman.
Close.
Cannibalism.
Wife.
The withered lover.
The withered lover.
So there was also the one who was,
the shackled,
the female.
the shaved.
I'm realizing how dumb is the bound woman. We got
Cyrus, you just tied up a hooker. It's fine.
Ghosts.
I like this one.
I'm
It's
made
like,
of ghosts.
no arms, no legs,
Just right.
no head.
Applebee's.
Um,
Busted Tunyon for a ghost. How about that? The 14th ghost.
the fuck sleeve? Like, what is that?
the fuck sleeve. The torso. Yes.
The torso. TR's got these. Come sit down.
I think there's one. There's the kid with the arrow through his head.
The fun boy.
Didn't like.
The cool kid.
Didn't Pharaoh's ghost threaten to murder these in the Bible for
The firstborn.
for the firstborn son? Isn't that how that went? Pharaoh's gonna kill him, and you paint your outsides with menses and blood, and they'll pass you over because they don't want to.
Come here and piss blood on this door.
Hey, God's gonna kill our babies. We don't put menstrual blood over the headboard.
God, I'm pissed.
It's weird in these times, ain't it?
Damn, we got one left. It's they landed on Plymouth Rock.
The Pilgrim.
Pilgrimess. There we go. All right, fuck that game. Those were the 13 ghosts.
A lot of them ghosts didn't get a lot of screen time.
No,
Some of them didn't make it past the cutting room floor.
Dude, baby fat baby was only in it for 3 minutes.
Yeah, they're really focused hard on like
Jackal, the hammer.
Yeah, some of the Juggernaut. You of course had tits, and they really liked the prince for some reason. The torn prince with the baseball bat.
He was like the kid. He was like the I was going to say Jimmy Dean, the James Dean, right?
It's kind of like the Jimmy Dean sausage of 13 ghosts.
I'll never have my breakfast bowl.
Well, all right, that's enough fun. So, back to the story. The new Lillard, Davidson, Ron John, that guy before the game, he explains what he thinks the zany made-up shit is that's going on here. What do we think should be that cockamamie explanation?
The house, instead, like the Oculus was a machine built to give them access to the arcane knowledge that the dead have. This house is a functional necromantic machine.
It's the original.
This woman was obsessed with like fulfilling her life. Like the Oculus is the eyes. This would be like the heart. Each of these castles, these different 13 ghost houses, represent different parts of the body. She was obsessed with keeping herself alive. So this house was built like a lich would build a machine I did a thing in D&D one time where instead of like a lich, which is a wizard who stays alive forever through necromancy, like an artificer was building a machine, a dungeon that was a machine. And when the machine worked right, it would keep him alive forever. So it was an attempt for her to make herself immortal. By capturing these ghosts, infusing her body, she was going to bind herself to the house and make herself alive forever. Eternal youth. Eternal life.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a good explanation. All right, and everyone... shit, of course. Ron John Spanacropolis is right. Why didn't we see it? Now, we're in a sequel, so the OG ghosts, they're scattered, lost. We're not retreading here.
Right.
We're going to give people whole new fun, because that was part... I like knowing the different ghosts and what they bring.
You got it.
These are hot new ghosts, damn it. Since this is part 2, the sequel, there's double the ghosts.
26 ghosts?
This is where I really start to have fun with it, as we come to realize the meaning of the title of the new movie that only now confusingly scrawls across the screen.
It's halfway through.
Spelled the same way, THIR number 1 number 3 EN times 2 goes.
X2.
Ghost X2.
Let's rattle them off quick bus style. 24 ghosts. People get the quick hit each. Give them a look. Just a little bit of their whole deal. The last 2 are unknown. So just 24 ghosts.
Okay,
right now.
the Squelcher. He makes knives. He puts them out in the water thing.
The charred monkey. It's a charred monkey.
Electric Boy. He tried to stick his tongue in an electrical socket.
The wing nut. It's a kid that ate a wing nut and died.
The craft beer prince. He infused too many hops into a beer and he killed him.
The grizzled jester. It's a 350-pound man who told jokes to no one and died.
The short king. He got suffocated under somebody with a Brazilian booty lift.
That's where we bring. That's our comedic relief. That's where we're bringing Kevin Hart.
Oh, nice, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's in it.
That's 7.
The live-in masseuse. It's the ghost of a masseuse that was forced to live with the husband, and the wife was not happy about that.
No.
And she died.
She was killed, maybe.
The best boy. It's a dog that died saving its owner from a fire.
Oh, here's a good one. I like that.
There's always a couple good ones.
Yeah.
Let's see. The orphanage firefighter. He's a firefighter that failed at firefighting an orphanage, and he was burned by children.
The school shooter. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Oh.
We kind of figured out that one.
Let's see. The torn anus. It's a guy who shoved the cocaine in his ass for fun, and he died.
It's Hour of the Torso. It's just a tornado crawling around.
The Grand Weeaboo. He spent too many days at Dragon Con without bathing and ate one too many Naruto ramen bowls and died.
That'll kill you now.
The bloody gardener. She fell upon a rake. That's it.
Oh, what a way to go. Number 15. 24.
The Raven. That was a fucking outdoor enthusiast who's picked apart by birds.
The peanut butter princess. A young lady that died because she ate too much peanut butter.
God, I love Jeff.
The Queef Master.
He's the master of it.
A woman who took too much air inside of her body to make the ultimate queef and ruptured her organs and died.
That woman just... You see it from the outside, like an Achilles heel going up.
I have become death.
The long whistler. It's a pale gray man with chainsaws for legs and teeth for eyes.
That's much more than I expected from the long whistler.
The Biscuit Bastard. He ate 15 sausage biscuits for breakfast his entire life.
How?
That one's played by Chew.
The crippled shitter.
The crippled shitter and the torn anus are friends.
Somebody was shit too hard, breaking his limbs upon impact, rendering his body a worm.
Four more.
The Target employee is trampled to death on Black Friday.
There's some great ones in here. So, I mean, like, why aren't we writing this?
The stiff patient. It's a man in a full body cast with chainsaws for hands.
The French fry kid. He was dared by his friends to see how many French fries he could shove up his nose. He died.
And the final 24th for now.
The demonic boy, man. It's a boy who's also a man who's into Marilyn Manson. And he died.
Oh, man.
Damn.
That's beautiful. Now that's the quick bust, and that's exactly.
This is exactly how the ones in 13 Ghosts were made.
You've got it that like flash photography that and
the
like
tornadoes.
it's not made for people
French
who have
fries.
seizures. That's for sure.
Or is it specifically made for people that have seizures?
Oh, maybe the right kind
Cannonball Jim.
I like the James the motherfucker. I think a guy who
That would
was
be
three moms,
in it.
but it's a single mother.
Yeah, that's weird.
So we've got.
Well, the single women.
I'm glad you rattled them off like that. That's about I timed about in the way I wanted to. So we got it's a horror movie. So just like the first, we need some gratuitous nudity from one of these haints, like Titty Ghost before. Which one of these do you think? And we got the Squelcher, the Charred Monkey, Electric Boy, Wingnut, the Craft Beer Prince, the Grizzled Jester, the Short King, the Live-In Masseuse, the Best Boy.
Oh, the living masseuse.
Yeah, the living masseuse or the short king, just full dong.
Yeah.
And you're ahead of me. I was going to say it's not fucking fair. We need a swinging Richard in here too. So that's going to be most of our budget is paying Kevin Hart to get nude on film.
Hell of a piece.
Hell of a piece, baby.
Half his body weight is gone.
Hell of a piece on.
You want to know where all my height went?
Everybody always asks me, why the hell are you so short? Well, you ever think about how big my dick is, motherfucker?
Come on, I love you so much.
God damn, you're funny, Jumanji 3.
Oh my god, dude. Jumanji 12.
How much you think you got to pay Kevin Hart now to be naked on film?
To be naked?
Yeah.
$6 million ought to get it.
Really? You think so?
Nah, he's got that easy.
I think we got to give him
Or-
like
He wouldn't be
50
doing
mil,
He
maybe.
wouldn't be doing Netflix movies if he had money.
Back up the brake truck there. 250 bill.
250 bill?
Yeah.
$4.2 billion?
Yeah. And that's for like him to get hard on camera. They show the whole
I
scene.
don't want him
gotta
hard.
get hard.
I want him soft long.
That's 7 flaccid, pal.
Soft long.
Oh, it's a soft
And it
one.
grows. It still grows.
God.
It's still gross.
Damn rotoscope.
Well, let's we got our spooks and everything. We got a nudity. There we go. So let's march through this joint and try to get the hell out. Runic barriers are now active, though, of course.
Perfect.
The only way out is by following the exact hidden course as intended. And there does happen to be a device or devices to help with this. Now, they may look like simple devices, but they're actually arcane objects made to help deal with great otherworldly entities. Oh, no.
Hear me out.
Yeah, you can choose which one to use.
Oh, okay,
The
good.
Return
I
of
don't
the
have to
Eight
actually
Ball.
Come up with anything. I can just
The
play with these
Return of the
awful fucking
Bobbit.
toys. Please take the Bobbit.
The Return of... Is that it?
Yeah, that's fine. I got 2 options.
I do have a roll of toilet paper and some
No, I'm
moist
alright.
wipes.
I'm gonna use the Mystic Oracle Eye here.
Seagar. There we go. All right, you have your... Now progress through. Treat this kind of like Monster Man. You just walk through. You're going through the castle. We'll figure out how it goes. You know you're going to have some ghost... some events. Some ghost
Right.
events. So where are we going from? What were we in? The closed hallway?
Yeah. I'm a responsible dad, so I've got to go and check on Evelyn because I haven't seen her since the house turned into a puzzle. So,
Damn, how's the puzzle again?
oh damn, house is a puzzle machine.
Paul Giamatti's gonna. There is one room in the hallway, and he's like, "Well, the only way I can go is through here." So he goes into what looks to be a very beautiful bedroom.
Okay. We'll take it one at a time here. You're going to check on Evelyn. What room are you taking?
I know Evelyn,
From the hallway.
without her internet technology, she's going to go stick her nose in a book just like her mom can bitch. And I'm going to run.
God, but she's dead.
Yeah, honestly, that's the secret about the whole movie. Is like Bobby was super stoked she was dead. Hated it.
Oh! I just figured out a twist ending.
Well, hold on to it. Hold on to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm going to go to the library and check on Evelyn.
All right. What does the Magic 8 Ball say about that?
It is decidedly so.
Very nice. So you make your way to the library. and
Evelyn, you
do
got to come with me.
see yeah.
House is a puzzle machine.
I already figured it out.
I know,
God.
die.
Oh my god, I'm tired of your bullshit. Get your shoes on. Why are your shoes even off?
I saw the first movie as a dare. I know how this works.
You lost a sock. What the fuck happened?
Put your fucking Crocs on. We're going to eat.
Just grab your flip flops. It doesn't fucking matter.
God!
So Val Giamatti, he headed into. Did he like sort of Scooby Doo into the hallway that Bobby was in as Bobby left and they didn't see each other?
Yeah, sure. They split up. Hey, I think she might be down here. Do you care to check this other room down there? And Father Ted's like, oh yeah. Let me, better to cover more ground this way. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
I don't believe in God.
So he goes in there, opens the door. Evelyn, I know you're in this bedroom. I hope you're in here, because if not, it's going to look very strange.
Someone is in there, but we know it's not Evelyn. Pick a number, 1 through 24.
16, go.
That would be the peanut butter princess.
We're about to fuck.
Oh no!
Another opportunity for some good gratuitous nudity too.
Depending on how old is the peanut butter princess?
Old enough.
25.
Okay, there we go. So you see the peanut butter princess hanging out in the corner. I assume, back to Father Ted Zeke. Maybe not immediately. She's a small frame. Maybe not immediately. We don't know it's not Evelyn just yet in the darkness.
Like crouched down or something.
What does the peanut butter princess do?
So Father Ted's like, Evelyn, is it you? Hey. And he just sees like hands reaching into something and just like, must be good. Did you find some hot wings or something?
Oh man, I'm hungry.
I love chicken wings. I don't know where you get them on this island of Scorpios.
I assume you get the slow turnaround, perhaps with some lightning. You see the peanut butter cake face.
What the fuck?
It's good as cereal.
And she tosses I want to do an homage to Congo here. She tosses the empty peanut butter bottle at his face the way the gorilla did the liver.
Fuck. Now, do we fade to black? Do we see the edge?
The peanut butter princess is a little husky, right? Probably. Peanut butter's got a lot of saturated fat.
Well, maybe at first she's skinny, but like as the rage builds, she kind of transforms.
Yeah. I think from there we'll just cut that one. We don't see what happens with Father Ted Zeke, and we cut back to what are we doing? We haven't done anything with Ron John in a minute with Pete Davidson's character.
Oh, he's trying to uncover the secrets. Here's the thing. He knows about the house, right? So he's trying to gain access to its immortality feature. This woman died before she was able to activate it. Somebody that we brought to the island is the final piece. Obviously, we just don't know who yet. Or something on the island is. So he's trying to figure out how to get himself to the center of it, like they did with the Oculus, to gain the immortality the house is supposed to bestow.
All right.
So he's looking for, like, the back rooms, like the place where, he can get into the machinery, where the focal point of this energy is.
All right. Where's he heading, you think, for that?
Probably to like the central atrium, because I remember the Oculus was spinning wheel of death in the middle of the house.
All right.
This looks dangerous.
I want to have you, as you progress, you're going to the central atrium. Pick 4 numbers, please.
All right. 12, 3, 19, and 21. That's 4.
That's the spread.
A true murderer's row. You've got Electric Boy.
Yes.
The Biscuit Bastard.
Yes.
The Torn Anus.
Yes.
And Target Employee.
Oh, no.
What do you do upon seeing these 4 convene together?
I'm going to take what arcane knowledge I've got and try to, position myself between them and the ever-moving warded walls or material that make up the house to try to, protect myself in some way. Because that's kind of what I remember Matthew Lillard doing in that movie. Because
right.
he's trying to use the mechanics of the castle to my advantage.
And wisely you do. What does the Magic 8-Ball say?
That's the same answer I got last time. It likes that answer.
Well.
No, it's fine. You may rely on it.
All right. I mean, Magic 8-Ball speaks. It knows you know your way around this house. You're kind of like, what? I imagine Pete Davidson's probably making faces.
Yeah, he's like,
I got a big dat.
Like slips on a banana peel. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The target employee is going to report you to HR.
Yeah.
We'll see how that pans.
Which he does.
He gets cut by one of the sliding walls.
So he's checking out the innards. We see him getting into the real guts of the machine. Let's flash back over to Bobby and Evelyn. What are they doing with the baby? The young one, Daniel.
Oh. Goo goo gaga, I'm a baby.
It's time now. Okay, so the family's aware. The immediate family is aware. Are they aware of ghosts yet? Have we got to that?
Yes. Well, they haven't seen any yet. Evelyn and Bobby haven't seen any yet.
But they know the house is alive.
Right, and Bobby's been through this.
This ain't
She's
his first
seen the
rodeo.
movie, so they suspect.
She watched the movie 13 Ghosts.
In this universe, it's more of a biographical film.
It's a Netflix series.
Evelyn, get your shit. Just, I don't care anymore. We gotta get out now before we're locked in here.
Okay, there's nothing here anyway.
Can I ask, I don't even nitpicking, but why we got a baby and a young child? Where is our hot, sexy, I don't know how old Shannon Elizabeth was supposed to be in that movie, but I know that she was legally old enough for me to be oogling at her.
Definitely, yeah. That was like post-American Pie.
Yeah, where's my barely legal 18-year-old?
Well, I was going to roll that way, but then, like, it didn't make sense for the movie to be in 01 and Bobby to be as old as he was. And
Right, have like a 45-year-old child.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I get it. It's cool.
But we've got Naked Kevin Hart and the Living Massage.
Oh, that's true. I do have Kevin Hart's big swinging dong. I didn't think about that. What was the question again? I got it.
We've got Bobby's telling Evelyn we have to leave now. We've got the baby. Babies, of course, being bitches. Babies are crying, stirring up a racket.
What if we lost the baby? Or like, what if the baby gets into the walls or something like a cat would do? Like, gets into like behind a bookcase or up on a ledge or some real Bart Simpson shit. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Pick a number.
Okay. 4.
4. Wingnut comes out of nowhere from the ceiling. I got your baby.
He opens his mouth and it's just tool like.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Remember
Alan Wrench's.
And away Wingnut scuttles, leaving this trail behind him as the Latin door slams down behind him.
That's low.
No, Daniel!
Ah!
What are you doing from here? You're fraught, distraught.
First thought, probably can make another baby. But then I rethink, and I got to figure out, Evelyn, I need you to find Father Ted and stay with him. I've got to find a way inside these walls to save this fucking baby. It's the only thing of your mother I have left. What about me, Dad? Fuck you.
I picked 2 numbers.
You were an accident.
18, 9.
18 and 9, both still open. Oh, we've got the long whistler. He sounded quite daunting, but we've also got the best boy. So we're kind of torn odds here. What do you think we do to try to? Do you think you can appeal to the best boy for aid here? Do you?
Well,
think
that's the thing. If you see the best boy, the long whistler ain't far behind.
Right.
Literally, yeah. There it is. This is
It's like the mother and the great child.
Yeah, this is our mother and
The long
great
whistler
child.
and the best boy.
Wonderful.
We're so fucking good.
Yeah, dude.
So how do you think you avoid them? You probably just make sure you don't disturb the dog. Treat him with respect.
Well, maybe
right?
she sees the dog, but she was like, "Oh my god, is that a dog?" But the dog turns and she sees that like half his head's like hanging on. She's like,
Yeah.
"Holy
He
shit!"
got hit by a car.
And then
No, he got burned. I can't remember.
And then she starts to hear the whistling.
Right.
And that's when she looks down the hall, and then she starts to see,
Well, with the mother and the great child, like it wasn't an issue. The mother didn't get like all riled up and attack you unless you fucked with the baby. So maybe it's a situation like that with the dog. Maybe the long whistler is a fairly neutral ghost. The best boy is obviously the best boy, and as long as you don't fucking hurt the dog,
Yeah.
Or get the dog. You can't. It's like a stealth check. Like the dog can't see you. He'll want to come hang out with you.
like a familiar. I got you.
So that means the long whistler has to beckon for him, and that's not how this works.
Cool.
And you know not to go that way.
Right.
So where do you go instead?
We got to see Ron Spanakopit is at the mechanism. Father Ted got eaten by the peanut butter princess. F. Murray Abraham's still dead.
Let's say she looks up. There's an opening in the up above. Where's she at currently? The hallway or the study? She goes up.
Yeah.
She goes up. She sees that, and the dog's starting to kind of prick his ears up, and she's able to climb upon like a table. She sees the fucking ceiling moves a little bit. She climbs.
Oh, nice. Like a vaulted ceiling or something.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that.
So you go that way, and you pick 3 numbers for me. Here.
11.
11.
1.
1.
14.
And 14. All right. You head that way, but goddamn, if they didn't pack these ghosts in here. We said 24. We're looking for 26. You just pulled up the squelcher with the knives, the school shooter with the guns, and the bloody gardener
with the rake.
You just can't escape these. You turn around quickly behind you, only to see a door open with approximately what you can only say is probably 13 more ghosts behind the door as Father Tedziki comes in, shuts it, sees you, peanut butter smeared face with toilet paper attached to his heels, like, you're going to want to give that one a minute. You don't want to go in there. You are up to your necks in ghosts. But you hear a dong. They all seem to dissipate. What the hell? You hear the inner machinations. You hear the baby crying. Yeah. You got to follow that. You get down to the atrium. That's where Davidson's dumbass is hanging. This has all started going haywire. It seems like he's probably got it active. What happens to Davidson? What's going on with him down here? Ron John.
I'm thinking like he jumps into the machine prematurely. He feels like all the pieces are in place. He overestimates his knowledge of how the machine works and tries to jump into the infusion chamber for immortality a little bit early, and instead just gets his soul ripped from his fucking body.
Yeah, it's just like the skin is being forced off, and then the musculature is slowly being stripped away, and he's just like a skeleton.
I'm immortal! It's just Pete Davidson style, just falls into like makes xylophone noises as his bones collapse.
Wonderful. You make it down here to the atrium, you see his bones. You see all the other ghosts surrounding. God damn it, this shit again. And from nearly nowhere, what was it? Reaching back out from hell like a good villain who truly never dies is, of course, your great Uncle Cyrus.
Yes, cameo!
You young fool, your father thought he could stop me. I've only become stronger in death. With the infernal knowledge I now have, I will not only be all-knowing and seeing, but all-powerful and everlasting. Thank you for aiding and granting me this knowledge, and for being the final sacrifice that is needed.
So I guess this machine would probably be like bringing Cyrus back to life, I guess, right? Dragging him back from hell in some way?
But let's take a quick break first.
All right.
We talked about Hogtober. Before we get to the end here, it is Hogtober. It's the 3-year anniversary of all of this. I believe we deserve a treat. A scary candy combo in this edition.
No!
In true homage to the show, I thought, something that could maybe be considered a little Grecian Mediterranean for my episode, and a little bit of the Italian lore that we have. These are found on local grocery store shelves now. This is Lucas brand Squinkles Salsaghetti.
Oh, okay.
What's more Grecian Italian than that?
Salsaghetti.
Watermelon-flavored hot candy strips and tamarind-flavored sauce.
Oh, I'm going to be sick.
Okay.
You like the Super Lucas stuff?
I did. I kissed my acid reflux.
Squiggly.
I did take some extra omeprazole today just in case you made us eat weird shit. It comes with like a little juice packet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like expired hot sauce color is what I think that is. Make sure I get it on all of it, so no one can avoid it. I'm gonna get it on my shirt. I just know where.
Yum, yum, yum.
Good Lord. We never even did use Bop It Down.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I got it on my paper. It's on my paper.
I'm going to sleep.
I hear you, ma'am. All right. Hold on, I'm voice here.
Oh, it's good.
We're going to hang it to the side. She's sloppy.
Ooh. So I just put it in my lip like it's a child?
God damn, I can't peel the gummy apart.
Today's the day.
Stay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Pinchies.
Hold it away now. She juicy.
Let me get it over my white pants here.
It's pulling out some period worms, dude.
Perfect. Now.
Did you immediately?
Mm-hmm. Holy shit! Oh, holy shit!
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, look at that.
That's good, though. I like it. I just wasn't ready. Emotionally. Or spiritually.
Watermelon,
Honestly,
zingy sauce.
that's not that bad.
All right.
I just wish it wasn't wet. Give me the same flavors without it being wet.
Yeah, I don't like a wet candy I have to eat with my fingers.
I'm gonna finish it up.
Bad design choice. That's good, though. That's the best one yet. I do immediately have heartburn.
Yeah.
And the 8 Ball said I would, so. Canonical.
Sprinkle sauce spaghetti.
Well, not bad.
It's for Italians.
Italian. Let that lead us right into our last game. Before the end here, I'm bringing the hats back. What's the hat game?
Yes.
The hat game is called Corny Candy. So, you know, that's what I was thinking about after eating this candy. Wanted to have some food stuff, wanted to have some candy stuff for Halloween. I wrote some bullshit, whatever. Halloween candy style. I was thinking of things like candy corn. Something that is other than what it says it is, but still kind of is what it says it is. It's like, it's candy, but it's not actual corn. But it is made from high fructose corn syrup, and it's in the shape of a corn niblet, kinda.
So how far away from the truth are we really?
Exactly. So you guys mold these two things together.
And
I believe they're 6 apiece. You'll draw from each hat. One's a flavor, and one's an item. And I should have folded these in half ahead of time.
It's worth it.
Make sure you get all that sauce spaghetti.
I'm getting some sauce spaghetti
I got some
on.
on my pants. You know, leg it out.
God damn it.
Don't worry, that's just a little sauce and skitty.
Oh, baby, no, I ain't lipstick. That's sauce spaghetti.
Hey, bitch, don't.
Giving you the hat off my
Oh,
own
that
damn
hat's
head.
warm.
This is warm, boys.
Oh, come on, my paper's greasy.
While we're waiting, I feel like this is how they wrote the original 13 Ghosts, and they're just like about this point taking a break. And like, how you feel? Like, yeah, good enough.
Yeah, I mean, we've been at it an hour, and we've already written 3 hours of a movie, so you know it's good.
This has got to be fun. You know that Tony Shalhoub, Matt Lillard,
Hey, is there
and
any
F. Murray
cocaine left?
Abraham are going to carry.
Because if we're going to finish this movie, I'm going to need more cocaine.
I'm going to need a lot more cocaine,
Please
brother.
make me high, daddy.
Okay, so then, like, the 16-year-old daughter, we're going to put her as little clothes as humanly possible. Right.
I'm gonna have sex.
And then Matthew Lillard's going to eat my machine.
I'll start with Dan since he's closest to me to my left.
Sick ass.
So it's the flavor is going to be your first one in red. And then your item, like the corn
Flavor?
and candy corn, will be the second one
Corn.
in black.
Coconut cauliflower. And it's a candy, right?
Yeah, these are all candy.
Yeah, so we're going to do it inverse. So we're going to take coconut meat, we're going to shape it, we're going to extrude it and press it into the shape of a cauliflower. We're going to take cauliflower, shred it, and coat the outside of the cauliflower-shaped coconut with coconut-shaped cauliflower.
Oh, Lord. Inceptions. All right,
God,
first
it's
one,
breaking my
flavor.
mind.
Second item. I believe they're 6 apiece.
Licorice taco.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The licorice taco, hell, that's not that bad. That's
My hair bow.
That's a loco choco, dude. It's let's do a. We'll do a black licorice taco shell with a Twizzler string filling.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I could totally see, like, individually packaged, like a Krabby Patty gummy.
Shit. So this is the Swedish cabbage?
Like a, Swedish fish.
Yeah, like a delicious gelatinous Swedish fish. But
The
this
flavor
is,
Swedish.
yeah, so you want to boil your cabbage down until it's just a goo, right? And then you want to throw it away. You want to take the water that you boiled off that cabbage, and you want to add just a shit ton of xanthan gum,
So much
a little bit of
pectin.
microplastic, and just a scooch of ketamine. And you're going to pour those out in the molds, let them set up. They're shaped like cabbages, and they're little gelatinous cabbage water cabbages with ketamine in them. It makes them
Next
Swedish.
great treat.
God, mine's a slam dunk, dude. The fucking chocolate pumpkin.
I mean, Damn.
Easy.
Lord help. It's just, we'll get one of those, the Wonder Balls that they used to exist. There's
Like high bouncing ones?
No, it was a chocolate ball that.
Oh, yes.
Right, so not it being hollow, but it being full of chocolate. And then you take it home, you actually treat it like a pumpkin. So you cut the top off, you scoop the guts out.
Oh, okay.
And then you make chocolate punky carvies.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
I would love to eat chocolate pumpkin.
Ben changed his mind on this one. This is the Infernal Dark Buttholes.
That's a candy.
It's a
the
delicious...
Infernal Dark. That's like, what is that? That's got to be like 99.9% cacao.
Yeah, actually, this is actually 117% cacao.
Ooh.
They forged it at the heart of a neutron star, compressing the atoms down small enough. This chocolate weighs 30 pounds a pound, and it is heavy. So, and either they're going to take it and they're going to make it in these cute little Whopper-shaped little little chocolate bites, and like they weigh them out in little chocolate wafers, and they put a little star press in them, so it looks like a little brown eye, and they're incredibly heavy. They are so bitter that you will immediately shit, and your nose will bleed.
Yeah, that sounds like a harsh laxative. It's just tearing everything out along the way.
An infernal chocolate butthole gives you an infernal chocolate butthole.
Yeah.
The pumpkin spice tractor. So you tell me, folks at home, what the pumpkin spice tractor is, because I'll tell you what it is. In my opinion, the pumpkin spice tractor is a piece of machinery that is left in the garage for months on end until the fall time comes. And then where do you think we get pumpkin spice from, dude?
Where?
The fields.
Oh, you got to harvest the pumpkin spice plants.
Oh, quite a harvest of pumpkin spices.
No, I got a truck full of dirt in the back. It's gonna go straight to a Starbucks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, everybody's new favorite invention, caramel toilet paper.
Yes.
That's already there.
It grabs.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not actual toilet paper. It's a candy that you can eat. God help us. Made out of the same fiberglass material candy cigarettes are made out of, but in a long sheet. And it's got caramel doo-doo stains on the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And kind of like those Mexican candies where you like eat them off of the paper. You lick the caramel off of the candy cigarette
Fucking
material
sick.
toilet paper.
Part of the candies.
Kids would eat that shit.
They definitely would.
Fuck yes.
You could just call it caramel caca or something dumb, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, great."
Up next, we got the white chocolate privilege Beyblades. So imagine when you go to grip it and rip it, once you fucking rip that thing out, dude, and the privilege thing is just a part of it. But when you rip it,
Who can afford these?
white chocolate's expensive, y'all. So when you rip that thing and it crashes in your Beyblade arena, chunks of chocolate start to break off, leaving you a tasty treat inside. What is that? Just a regular Beyblade. So it's a white chocolate shell that you have to in turn play to destroy to get the candy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, like one of those.
Gotta
those
pay to
eggs with
play.
toys inside. This would be the Spook Nougat spare car parts. Yeah, so it's just in your AutoZone, like up at the front at the impulse section where all the snacks and stuff are. They're just car parts, and they're full of Spook Nougat.
What is spook nougat?
Well, Spook Nougat is regular nougat, which is just air and chocolate.
Yeah.
But everybody yells boo through the hose. Boo!
It's everyone on the assembly line.
Ooh, yeah, so that makes the nougat extra spooky. It's full of ghosts instead of air. And boy, these things are delicious treats, but they don't work worth a damn in your car. As soon as you crank it up and melt,
Good Lord.
no integrity, aftermarket.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing you next peanut butter gack.
Yes.
This just
That's
makes
just peanut
sense. That's just peanut butter with a little bit of cornstarch mixed in with it that turned it into a fucking... You could build houses with this shit. Peanut butter gack, it is a flex seal. Peanut butter gack.
Oh, man, I just imagine it like falling all over me and my family, Double Dare style, and I'm just eating it off.
That's actually not good.
That's a new one. Of all the noises today, Apocalypse Truck was not on the list.
Don't run.
Halloween mint bark Pokemon cards.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, that one kind of just sells itself. Like, you lay the mint bark out, you print the Pokemon cards on them.
That's a
Gotta
good
catch
idea.
them all, and you better do it quick. You better not do it in the summertime because your hollow full Charizard's gonna turn into mush.
Oh, she gonna melt real quick. Like this is not a summer game.
This is not candy.
And last one, it is now.
It's now, it's done.
The Sweet Ham Naked Dancing Witches. Which is, sounds like a amateur baseball team from Las Vegas. The Sweet Ham Naked Witches Dancing. Or
Naked Dancing Witches.
Naked Dancing Witches, dude. Hey, they're going to be at JJ's this weekend.
Yeah.
Sweet Ham Naked Dancing Witches. So what that is...
You hope chocolate or peanut butter go with one of them, but nah.
Well, you put the ham in on, and then when you... And then... I don't fucking know.
Everything's
What
name is
is-
candy.
Yeah. You like this, dude. Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. Oh, my phone went off. Game over.
Yeah, all right, see y'all.
In this, we're back to Cyrus's dumbass as he laughs villainously. Give me a good F. Murray Abraham villainous laugh. The famous F. Murray Abraham laugh. As he laughs, he starts to somewhat fade. He's being sucked into a secret wormhole of some sort. Some archaic energy begins to absorb all of the ghosts, including Arthur. Oh, damn.
Arthur, no!
Someone in the wings also gives a wry chuckle and says, fool himself. Cyrus ended up being the 25th of 26 ghosts needed for this ritual. Guesses on who the secret voice is?
Santa Claus.
Matthew Lillard.
Sharon Elizabeth.
We can workshop this. I think it's Secret Pope. Because, surprise, on the island of Scorpios, he traveled through his underwater holy highway from Italy to the small Grecian island of, remember its name?
Scorpio.
Yeah. And we took your children. We needed the leverage in one of the Catholic Church's specialties.
We
for
don't need a
kidnapping and
reason.
forcing
We're just Catholic.
We're Catholic. Yeah.
We'll take your kids.
We'll be back.
So my explanation for the ending of this, I want to go, this goes far beyond your mere understanding of simple truth. This is a metaphysical formula of great ancient magic many millennia in the making. Mm-hmm. Latin, Persian, Grecian, we are going back to the beginning of it all, to the first true pope, Saint Peter. Working at the behest of Jesus himself, the apostles wrote the great book, the actual Bible. Anyway, it's like coded within the true meaning only known to those of ancient apostolic descent are instructions, a guide to creation of that most holy God.
Yep.
To make him manifest has always been the Son's greatest work. Jesus sacrificed himself as a means in order to realize through his own resurrection there was a path to bring God to this realm. A multi-dimensional understanding such as this, to funnel it into one worldly vessel and give it a singular sentience, this entity could rule all of other unknown existences. True insane power
God
would
of
be theirs.
gods.
Truly an insane clown posse.
I have bring you the insane clown posse through ancient times.
And then once again, for some dumbass whittled down reasoning, we need yet for you to provide one last act, Bobby. Simply die. So how are we going to get out of this one, gang? We got to stop magic Catholic forces. There was like a physical machine to fuck with before. This is metaphysical spiritual machination.
He has to admit the truth about what happened to his wife.
And I will let you know too. You still have your Matthew Lillard, Dennis Rafkin, and Tony Shalhoub, Arthur Criticos lifelines. There's that if you want. But
Casey, you said you had a twist,
don't
right?
have to.
My twist was about what the 25th and 26th ghost would be. Well, as it turns out, the woman that you've been doing plastic surgery was on turned out to be a relative of your wife's, and that's kind of turned throughout the wife. So they knew she didn't mysteriously drown. You pushed her off,
right? And they needed to get close to him to get him to admit the truth.
And then when they get there, his guilt and his grief will somehow be able to channel the 25th ghost, his wife, the drowned woman.
Okay.
And then the 26th ghost, being the only way he can stop it, is for him to die.
Okay.
And him becoming the 26th ghost, thus completing the circle. That way, he has to kill himself. It's either he kills himself or the demons are out forever.
Okay. So this one, you think we change it up, and instead of like the trick being you have to die, wait, we don't need you to die this time. No, we truly need you to die.
Didn't Tony Shalhoub jump into the machine or die?
He jumped in and, jumped through the
Oh,
workings
yeah.
and saved his kids.
Oh, yeah. But did he die?
No.
Yeah.
Arthur did.
Weak.
No punches this time. Bobby has to die.
All right.
But is Daddy Greekos still there?
Arthur, we could say got sucked up, whatever. He just made it quick. It could definitely be the woman and Bobby. But what are we going to do about Secret Pope and his...
Here's the thing. Okay, and I got you. Hey, and he thinks fondly of his dad and his warnings, right? And he thinks back to, he has a flashback, get some good B-roll footage of the original 13 Ghosts, and all the mistakes that his dad made. And he's like, joke's on you. I did one thing my dad never could. That baby is a bomb. And then it cuts to him pushing his wife over the edge of the boat. But she's not a person. She's one of those Bugs Bunny bomb characters that's in a dress. And he made a baby with it. And he pushes it in the ocean because it was going to blow up, kill everybody. So the baby's a bomb. And Pope's like, what? And it's just,
Warning, 3, 2, 1.
no! Blows up Secret Pope.
It's one of those graviton bombs. Just levels the entire castle.
You think I'd name my baby Daniel Greekos? It's the worst name ever.
Dumb bitch.
Baby's been a bomb this whole time.
As long as we get to rattle off at the end, whoever Secret Pope or whoever gets the line, damn it, Bobby, as he dies, I'm happy. So,
This child's going to touch you back.
plenty of cheese there. We get, the end. We see Matt Lillard's ghost face in the sky, smiling happily. Maybe
Pete
he's like,
Davidson goes.
oh, hey, man. Pete Davidson, yeah, they're hanging out all Star Wars ghost style.
Banging Harriet Tubman in fucking Afterlife or some shit.
But that does it. I mean, that's 13 times 2 ghosts for me.
13 Ghosts X2.
The only other thing is we got, MCU movies ruined credits now by littering them with unnecessary stingers. One last scene I think that would be nice as we fade to black here. Arthur's family's original nanny, Maggie, from the first film, appears on screen. We haven't seen her at all. She's just watching TV, seeing the news about what has happened, them stating that when Arthur Criticos' son Bobby has survived yet another supernatural tragedy in this Latin castle, she quit after the ghost house. What does she say?
That's so crazy.
Well,
Oh, no. I was thinking maybe, realistically, other than something just vaguely racist.
Best
I
job
think-
I ever queer.
I think she calls, what was Shannon Elizabeth's character in the first movie? Remember she had a name?
Titty Jenkins.
Titty Jenkins. She's like, Titty, you need to come out here and see what's on this TV. And she comes out from the back room. She's dressed in dark robes and shit. It's got the same Latin scrawlings that the other one has. She's closes a fucking leather bound book. And she's like, oh no. The ritual. And then it's like, dun, 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 dun.
I like to imagine she's eating a bag of chips. She goes, that's why I call real 13 Ghosts X2.
And what the very last thing of it, let's give the sequel a tagline that's as good as the first one. The first one I did enjoy. Misery loves company. What do we think we got for a tagline in this movie?
13 Ghosts X2 Spooky O'Drift.
13 Ghosts X2.
It takes times 2 to tango.
2 Ghosts, 2 Furious.
Double down.
I got 99 ghosts, but a bitch ain't one. I could do these for a minute.
Let's see.
The tagline is the KFC double down, no
Yeah.
words. We co-opted it.
Oh, they made a special 2X2 double down just for the movie promo release. 13 Ghosts X2.
Three's company, two's a crowd.
13.
What, 26? I like this shit.
That's it.
We did it together. That's a good communal Halloween bust for me. I really enjoy continuing to bring up 13 Ghosts since I did, just because I don't know. It's fun canon for me with you guys.
Yes.
Nikki's always I mean, I don't understand your strange obsession with this kind of shitty movie.
It's a very shitty movie.
It's a movie filled with little bosses, dude.
It came at a
Minigame
special
bosses.
time in my life was a big thing. I was trying to impress older folks, junior,
Yeah.
senior high school, trying to prove I wasn't scared. Like, just good times.
It came out at a special time in the world. It's pre 9/11, right? Probably.
Maybe.
It's 9/10, day before 9/11.
Yep. Oh my God, they're connected.
Oh,
Follow the money.
all right.
And if you want to follow our money, please reach out online to patreon.com/talkinhogs and help us do more of this shit. I'm going to get this focus right on this OBS, goddammit, and we're going to... And hit us up with tips and tricks and taints and tips. talkinhogspodcast, gmail.com, or check out all the important socials at Talking Hogs. Check out our boy Spooky Sauce at atlburns.com and twitch.tv /Talking Hogs. We're live now. Just look for Talking Hogs everywhere, goddammit.
Type it in all the time.
We're in there.
And keep hogging.
Keep hogging.
hogging.